You're watching a Big Z review. I Know What You Did Last Summer is the newest reboot quill that has come out from Hollywood. And I find it so funny that they did this a couple of years after Scream successfully did their own reboot quill films. Like in the show, they're always behind and trying to replicate Scream's success. And continuing the first one, they don't really succeed in it.
Oh my god. I'm calling 911.
Everyone chill out! We don't tell anybody what happened tonight.
We should go.
So the original I Know What You Did Last Summer came out in 1997, and I did really enjoy it, like, when I was younger. It was part of the whole new line of 90s, early 2000s slasher flicks, but it was fun. And, I liked that a big part of it is these kids did something horrible. They murdered a guy. And then they're having their own, they kind of deserve what happens to them. The comeuppance is kind of deserved, And in this, the biggest mistake that this reboot quill or sequel or like whatever you want to call it makes is that what these new set of kids do, this takes place in the same town in like beach town in North Carolina, but like the biggest mistake they make is that they don't do anything bad. They literally, I was kind of laughing in the theater. It's like, oh my god, I was having nightmares of what we did. What we did was so bad. I deserve to be punished. Choke me, just choke me while you bang me. And it's like, you didn't really do anything bad. Like, that's the weird thing is that, it's a July 4th night and they're getting together. The main girl, Chase Sweet Wonders, as Ava Brooks. Like, she is like, I kind of look at her, she's like the discount Ella Purnell. Like, but she's coming back to town and she has her ex-boyfriend and her best friend who's now getting married to her high school sweetheart. And like there's like the high school sweetheart is like the hot blonde of this film is Madeline Klein as Danica Richards, and then the random boyfriend of the main girl, ex-boyfriend, is a Jonah Hauer-King as a Milo Griffin, and then the other guy that's getting married to the blonde is Tyree Withers as Teddy Spencer, and he's like the son of like the mayor of this town, who is kind of like, he plays their version of the Jaws mayor, except instead of sharks, they're trying to hide the serial killings that have happened here. And then you have the one random addition that's kind of like an outsider at the beginning of the film, is Sarah Pigeon as Stevie Ward. And the thing is that they do is, like, they're kind of going up to this like cliffside to watch the fireworks, and the one guy as a drunk, Tyree Withers, he's like standing in the road, like daring the cars to hit him. And then like it's like, okay, well, I'm getting out of the road. And as they get off the road, a car comes by going too fast around like a blind corner and swerves to avoid hitting a group of kids, and like almost careens off, crashes into the barrier and almost goes off the cliffside. And they immediately run over. They try to help him. They do their best to try to help this random guy that almost murdered their friend by running him over, which is how the first movie started. And they're like pulling on the car, like trying to save him. And then the guy like punches through the window and grabs the jock's shirt and pulls it off right before the truck plummets off the cliff. And then they call the police and they do everything they're supposed to do. But the whole time they're like, what are we going to do? This is so bad. It's like, this is manslaughter. And it's like, no, it's not. None of this, you didn't do anything that wrong. Like, you were just being kids, being teenagers, getting drunk on the 4th of July. Like, I mean, it's not good to hang out in the middle of the road, but, like, that's what the guy was doing in the original film that set off the whole series of events. It's like, it's so, it's like, I don't know if the director, Jennifer Caton Robinson, who also wrote this, I'm not sure if she watched the original film. Because, like, that's the whole point of this. Like, I know what you did last summer. You fucking pricks murdered a guy. And you're gonna get your comeuppance. But in this one, it's like, what did they do? And the crazy thing is, like, in the original one, like, starring Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr., and they are the legacy characters for that film. And it's funny, the main cast of this, they are not stars. They just aren't. And it's kind of funny that the two of the hottest people in a movie are your, like, 50 or 40-some-year-old legacy cast. But then they also have Sarah Michelle Gellar comes in like a nightmare sequence as Helen Shivers. But, in the original, Ryan Felipe as Brian Cox, he is so drunk. And he wants to drive the car, and they finally convince him not to. And Freddie Prinze is driving the car. And the guy is outside, is in the sunroof. I'm so drunk. And he drops a bottle of liquor, like, into the driver and, like, distracts him. And then they run over a guy that's walking in the middle of the road. Pretty much exactly what the main guy in this one was doing. And the thing is, that's bad. First of all, that's bad. That's manslaughter. That's distracted driving and running over someone. But then they put him in the trunk of their car and take him to the docks, and then they're going to dump the body of this guy they just murdered into the ocean. I hope that it takes it away and no one finds it. And then the guy wakes up. He is not dead. And as they're trying to dump his body like trash, he reaches up and grabs the crown of Sarah Michelle Gellar. And then because that's like evidence, Ryan Felipe jumps into the water and drowns this guy. So, like, they've murdered him twice now. And the whole thing is, like, to do a reboot of this, the villain of I Know You Did Last Summer is the stupidest villain ever. He has no aura. He is just a fisherman. He's a big stomping guy in a raincoat, and he uses, like, a meat hook. And, and I kind of liked, though, in the end of the first one, it turns out that he's just a crazy fisherman whose, like, friend they killed. And he decides to kill all these teenagers because they killed his friend. And it's like, I don't blame you. And in this one, I'm not going to spoil it, but they definitely lean more into the Scream style of killers. And I saw at the beginning, they were doing some different kills. Like, there was, like, a spear gun, and they're even, like, using, like, a big trap, like you go in, like, to wash sharks in the water to cage a one girl while they kill someone else. And I was like, oh, are they going to do some other stuff? And, like, no. The rest of the movie is just more meat hook stabbings, a couple of knife stabbings. But it's funny, at one point, like, I kind of like they introduced this character, Gabriette, and they're trying to make it a little modern. She's, like, had a podcast called Live, Laugh, Slaughter. And, like, she's probably, like, the hottest person in the film, other than Jennifer Love Hewitt. And, like, they kind of kill her off really early. And it's like, oh, okay, I thought you were going to do something interesting with the podcasting stuff, but I guess not. But during this attack, Chase Suey Wonders, like, actually is able to cut the fisherman. And it's like, when the cops, again, are so bad, it's like, I think you have DNA on that knife. Maybe you should run the blood on that knife for DNA. Of course, the whole thing they're trying, and too, it's so stupid. The dad, that's like the mayor, as Billy Campbell as Grant Spencer. He's like, he's trying to do something for like a big 4th of July event. He doesn't want tourism to go down. The Jaws Mayor King shit. But I feel like at a certain point, if you have an active serial killer, maybe you would want to catch him? Just throwing that out there. Maybe instead of burying it, you could catch the killer? Maybe? But whatever, he gets his comeuppance. And, I just don't know why they did this. Like, they even tried to do like a whole Marvel thing. There's like a mid-credit scene where they bring in like their roommate from I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. So like they're like, please go watch this film so we can make another. And it's like they just don't do anything interesting. The kills are so like they don't show anything really, and they're not original. Like I wish it'd be more bloody or do something fun with it. But the kills are just like he chokes a couple people. And it's like I guess that's kind of like a fishing line or fishing rope, like a boat rope. Okay, I guess that works. And two, I love the soundtrack of the original I Know He Did Last Summer. Like, it's still one of the like closing songs, Hush by Kula Shaker, their cover of it. I still listen to that song all the time, like, still to this day. And there are some, like, the two best songs are towards the end of the film. But, like, I just don't feel like they caught, like, even though this, like, the original film is not great. Like, I watched it again before watching this, and it's not amazing, but it is fun. And it kind of, you get the feel of that late 90s in it. And I don't feel like you get, like, it's to that 2020s, you know? But it's just not much here. Like, even if you absolutely love the original film, I don't know. I think you probably get something from it. Like, I mean, they bring back Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr., but like they're definitely not like the main characters or anything. And like the main crew that's being hunted, there's no one that really stands out. Like, there's nothing special here. But it's not horrible. I mean, like, I definitely wouldn't recommend like going out of your way to see it in theaters. But like when it comes to streaming, like I definitely throw it on if it's on Netflix. But yeah, I wouldn't highly recommend it. It's just so weird. The whole movie, like every time after the original, they showed like they changed like what they did from the original to what they murdered a guy, and all of them were accomplices. Like if someone found out, they would go to fucking jail. And this one, it's like someone driving too fast almost ran you over. You tried to save them, but you were unsuccessful. And then now, like, they're hiding it. It's like, you don't really need to hide it. It was an accident. And the funny thing is, like, the easiest way to fix it would be that, the truck is, like, hanging off the edge of the cliff. All they have to do is have, like, the big guy go, I'm going to, like, push it off. Push it, finish the job and push the truck over the edge. But like, I don't know if it's like too modern. They didn't want you to dislike the people. Like, I don't know. Like, it ruins the whole point of someone like send them a letter. I know what you did last summer. And this one is like, I know what you did last summer. You failed to rescue a guy that was driving too fast at night and almost killed your friend. It's like, oh, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, Jennifer Kayden Robinson. But thanks for watching. If you want to see more of me, you can subscribe down below. Thanks.